everyone, welcome back. So today we are building in the world of Henford on Bagley, and I wanted to do kind of a Halloween build, but at the same time not fully Halloween. I was thinking about doing like a haunted house, which I might still do, but this time I did like a very run down, grungy, like falling apart barn. Um, and I was thinking about doing it like where it wasn't livable, like maybe the whole thing like fell apart and it was just like abandoned. But then I was like, then you'll have an abandoned build in your house. There I was just showing you what the outside looked like, because I always do that ahead of time. But yeah, so I was thinking about making it like abandoned and like everything was like broken and but then I was like, well, what's the point? Then you'll have it in your build, and what are you gonna do with it? You know what I mean? I think they're really cool. I love when people do those builds, but I'm like, then you have this lot that's taken over by this abandoned house. I mean, I guess maybe I could have done it, and you could have like renovated it. Maybe it could have been a good, fun like gameplay thing. Let me know in the comments if that's something you guys would like. Like if I made the build like not functional and I made it like all run down, falling apart with like broken everything, and you guys would have rather had that so you can renovate it yourself. Because that sounds like a fun idea, and I wouldn't mind doing it that way if I knew it would be functional for in some way for you guys. But yeah, I didn't even think of that till just now. But anyway, I made this very like kind of gross. I put like those gross like rugs, like the watermarks or whatever. I think they're from Strangerville. I put that all through the house. There's a bunch of cracks and scratches and this and that, as you'll see. You'll see all the garbage that I put outside, and I just made it look like the sim that lives here either maybe is like they were like had a like husband or wife, like however you want to play or whatever the case is, whatever your sim is, and maybe they died and they can't like keep the house, like they can't run the house by themselves, so they let the house go, and now it's just like some old sim that just kind of let the house go and they just kind of live the way it is now, and they live in the dirt and the filth and all that. Or maybe it's like an occult sim, maybe it's like a witch, because I did do like a little back garden room with some like potions and stuff in it because I wanted to make it a little Halloweenish. So maybe it's just like that creepy like witch that lives all the way up in the mountains of Headford on Bagley, and they have this like old house that they don't care about the house, they're just worried about doing their like experiments on the other sims, and so they make their house look gross and run down so nobody comes and nobody visits them. And I don't know, I was just kind of going for something like that vibe. Like this sim doesn't want to be bothered. They kind of keep to themselves, and when other sims come to this lot, they kept it this way to kind of deter them. But yeah, that's kind of like the theme I was going with. But I kind of like the like dirty, grungy look of it, and I think it's like I think it just makes it, I don't know, have more character. But yeah, this lot is the one. I don't know what the name of it is. I think that says Cordelia's Secret Cottage. Which actually I might keep that name because maybe this is Cordelia's Secret Cottage, and maybe Cordelia is secretly a witch, and but nobody knows that, and that's why it's her secret, and that's why her secret is that back room in this build. Actually, that's a better, now that I know the name of the build, I actually kind of like that idea better. That back garden room is where she keeps all her secrets, like her potions and her where she grows weird plants that like maybe the sim that she sells to the sims down in the like main area of Henford on Bagley, like where the barn is, or the bar is. Like maybe she goes and has one of those stalls down there and she sells all these weird things, but the sims don't know what they're buying, and stuff happens to these sims and they don't know why. So I kind of like that idea that maybe this is Cordelia's secret house, and that's why she keeps it so like disheveled and stuff, so people are deterred from coming to see her and they won't know what her secrets are. But yeah, so here we're working on the kitchen. Like I said, I didn't the house is not big at all, so that's why it's like a for one sim. So it's the perfect size. I did use this bigger table only because I love the table from the werewolves with all the scratches and the like paint chipping off, and I don't know, and the one leg broken with the book. Like I thought it fit this build perfectly. So I did want to use that bigger table only because I thought it fit really well. And those chairs are actually from the high school pack, and I didn't even notice that they had the like that swatch with that paint on the chair that's like chipping off and stuff. I thought that was really cool. And I've never even noticed that. So I wanted to use those in this build too because I thought they fit the kitchen perfectly. And then I used the like the cabinets and stuff. Those are from Horse Ranch because I just figured. So was this table. This table's from Horse Ranch too. Because I figured it had that like old wood, like worn out kind of look. So I thought they all just kind of like complemented each other and everything looked really nice. And then I used the appliances from Cottage Living. I was going to use the ones from City Living that are a little bit more beat up, but I don't know. I just didn't. I could have used those. These appliances look a little nicer, but I just felt like these looked more old timey and like they kind of just fit the house vibe better. So I decided to use the appliances from Cottage Living, the fridge and the stove. And I figured it was alright if one thing in the build didn't look too disheveled. Like, maybe because she uses the stove and the fridge a lot. Maybe she keeps those a little bit cleaner, a little bit more together than the rest of the stuff because, she's constantly in the fridge and the stove, and maybe she just doesn't want to eat dirty, like eat off a dirty stove or something. I don't know. So, yeah, I just use those. But then I did put like the gross stuff on the floor, and I put the spider web behind the fridge and some scratches and stuff all over the walls. So, maybe that kind of helps make it look a little bit less, clean and stuff. And to be honest, that yellow swatch kind of looks like a little dirty to me. It doesn't really look like a yellow. It kind of looks like one of those like, in your house, like I don't know, like if your walls, like if you're not washing your walls or something long enough and they get like that yellow stain or something. I don't know if that's like a thing, but that's kind of what that color yellow looks to me like. Maybe it's just been like sitting for so long that it's getting that like grime on it. So that's kind of why I like that yellow swatch too. And then these curtains that I put originally are from the cats and dogs pack. And I noticed that it's not really ripped on the bottom because I was going to use those ones from the Halloween. But I know they're ruffles, but for some reason they kind of look like they're not like really that nice. Like, I don't know. There's something about them to me that looks kind of run down. So I use those because I kind of like the way they looked in this build. So maybe those look a little cleaner and I could have picked a dirtier curtain, but for some reason I just like the way they looked. But yeah, now we're moving on to the living area. And like I said, this is very tiny, so there's not much space in here. I did fit a TV, and I do move the fireplace over so I could put a TV there. But I did like a lot of this trash and stuff on the floor. That's all from the Eco Lifestyle. I think it's debug items. So, but I wanted it to look like she just throws papers and crap on the floor, like she doesn't care. Like she's not gonna walk over to the garbage can to throw his stuff out. She just lets it pile up on the floor because she just doesn't care. But I used that broken TV there from the basement kit. I love that. So I figured like that's her old TV and it broke, and I don't know, I keep saying she. It could be a he. But I'm thinking Cordelia. That's why I keep saying she. But like maybe the TV broke, and for the longest time she had a broken TV, and then maybe she found that new TV in a dumpster because it is the one from the Eco Lifestyle, and it's like that old, like I think recycled one. So I'm thinking maybe she found that in the dumpster, and she's like, "All right, I'll have a new TV just because I found it in the dumpster." Like I don't think she would have went out and bought a TV. So I kind of like the way that looked. And then over here I do like a feature wall of just some photos, and I use like these very old timey looking photos. I kind of use the same ones upstairs but different swatches. So like I really like that one from the basement kit with like the cracks in it and stuff. It just looks like an old timey like that's like an old family photo. I don't know, some of the things in this game look really well when you're trying to do a certain type of build. And I think it was like the basement kit, the werewolf pack, and what else did I use? And I guess Eco Lifestyle. Those really came in handy when I did this build. They really did. So I'm happy we have those. But yeah, I'm just over here. I added some pumpkins, as you could see, because I did want this build to be a little Halloweenish. Because, like I said, I wanted this to be kind of like the Halloween build. So I do add a couple pumpkins throughout the build. These are a couple jack o' lanterns because I figured like maybe that's like her vibe. She's into like the whole spooky vibe. So maybe she carved up some jack o' lanterns, and those are her friends, kind of like Wilson, like Castaway with Tom Hanks when he has like the volleyball. And that's like his friend when he's alone on the island. So maybe these carved pumpkins are her friends in the house and she has like conversations with them and she talks to them and stuff. I thought that was kind of like a cute idea and it kind of added that Halloween vibe to it. So I like those. I think I added one in the kitchen, but it's on the floor by the fridge. I think I need to move it over because I think it's blocking the fridge. I forgot to slide it over next to the table, so I will do that um, before I upload this to the gallery. But yeah, here I'm just adding. This was the bookshelf. This bookshelf is from the basement kit. And I just like that it's like broken and like some of the shelves you can't aren't functional anymore. Like I said, all this furniture I'm thinking was like taken out of the dumpster. Like this broken lamp, the falling apart couch, this broken bookshelf. Like I feel like maybe like either she's had this furniture for so long that it's just falling apart, or a lot of the furniture maybe she like got out of the dumpster, like those trophies, like maybe she just found somebody's trophies in the dumpster and was like, yeah, I'm gonna take those. Like maybe she's a little bit of a hoarder and she just likes to collect things. So I thought like that was kind of like a cute thing, just put some kind of random knickknacks in here. But yeah, I do a lot of these like dirt spots on the walls, a lot of the like grime and the gross like watermarks and the peels, and I do a lot of spider webs in here because I felt like that fit the vibe and it kind of added to the Halloween vibe. Um, but yeah, I do really love how this build came out. Um, I don't know. I kind of like doing these weird different builds, like to get away from the normal nice, house builds or like the community lots or whatnot. Like it's nice to do something different once in a while and kind of like use my imagination and kind of like trying to do something different. Oh, that picture over the fireplace, that nice picture of a barn, I figured was like a cute way of showing like this is what it used to look like. She keeps that picture over her TV and it's a reminder of what this farm used to look like before it all fell apart and it got disheveled and everything. I thought that was really cute to put over there because it's kind of like a reminder to her of like you used to have this. This is what it used to look like here. Yeah, I had to throw that in there, and I couldn't find anything else to put over the TV, so I thought that was like perfect. And then back here by this tree, I decided to do a little bit of a graveyard because, like I said, this is Cordelia's secret cottage, and that's why she's kind of letting it grow overgrown because she's trying to hide it. That's why the grass is so high back there because she doesn't want people to see all those graves back there, and this is her secret room back here, and she's doing secret experiments and experimenting with different potions and like I said selling it to the Sims down by the bar, like in that open area at her little stall, and then maybe something happens to those Sims and now they're living in her backyard. I don't know, I just thought that was a cute thing. I thought the graveyards really added to this build, and the graveyard's the gravestone. Well, it is a graveyard, but yeah, I just thought that added to this build, and it kind of gave it a little bit more to the storyline, and it made it more of a little bit of a Halloween build. So yeah, so I just put a bunch of like potions in here from the Realm of Magic pack, and then I think those jars over there are some sort of like I don't know. They're from Strangerville. They're like I don't know, whatever they are. I don't think you should let your Sims drink them, though. I think they're like a virus or something. But I thought they were really cool to fit in this build. And then I put that cauldron down there in the middle. That's from the spooky stuff pack, because I figured that's where she mixes her potions. So I thought that was perfect to just kind of put on this table with like the little syringe and stuff, kind of like this is where she makes her stuff. And then I did those cute little spider web in the corner with all those little spiders. Those are from the spooky stuff pack too, because it added the Halloweenness to it, but it still kept with the creepy vibe. And I thought maybe like all these little spiders hanging on her wall are her pets, and like they're kind of like she feeds them and stuff, and they do her bidding for her too. So I thought that was really cute to put all these like little spiders up on the wall. And I don't like spiders. They freak me out. I don't like bugs. I tend to stay away from anything with bugs, but for this type of build, I really liked it, and I kind of think those spiders look kind of cute actually with their colors and stuff, which is weird to say, but I really liked it. And then I put a bunch of plants on the wall, as you can see, and I'm adding more like disheveled cracks and walls and stuff like that. And over the plants, you'll see I put that book right there. I was thinking kind of like Hocus Pocus, like, Winifred's book. So I thought that was kind of cute. Like maybe this is her, like, her family's, like, book that they've used over the years with all their potions and spells and everything in it. And, she kind of keeps it up on the wall. It's kind of like her prized possession. So I thought that was kind of cute to put that book over there. That's kind of like a nod to Hocus Pocus because that is my favorite Halloween movie. And I had to put a little bit of a little bit of thing in there for it. And now we are moving upstairs. This is going to be the single bedroom. Like I said, I put a lot more dirt and stuff up here. A lot more of those like papers and that this and that up here. I did use that broken dresser because I did want something in here that looked like the furniture fell apart and she just kind of left it. So I do that. But then here I'll put these like chests. These are from the werewolf pack. These they're like suitcases. I put those there because I figured those can actually function as a dresser, but they didn't exactly look like a dresser. So I wanted to use those, and then I used the broken mirror from the basement kit. And I'll end up moving that dress over because I did want at least one skill item in this build, but I was trying to think of what I wanted it to be. And then I ended up putting an art easel in here, as you'll see in a little bit, because I wanted her to have some sort of skill item. And I thought maybe an art, like I put these art pictures on the wall of like that she maybe drew. So maybe the sim used to be like very into art. She was like, Cordelia really wanted to be an artist. That was her passion, but, things got in the way, life happened, things changed. So, she gave up on that and kind of went down like the creepy witchy vibe. I don't know, but she still likes to do her art. So I kind of threw that in there because, like I said, I wanted some sort of skill building. And yes, now I'm convinced that the sim that lives here is this Cordelia person. Like now I'm stuck in that. So that's what I'm going with for the rest of this build. But yeah, I just put a bunch of like gross stuff on the walls again up here and some spider webs and stuff. Same old, same old. Yeah, and then we're about to move on to the bathroom. I made the bathroom very simple. I didn't use like the gross, like as you can see, I was going to use this tub from the Horse Ranch pack, but I ended up using I used the Cottage living items. And the reason I didn't want to use that other toilet is, I don't know, I didn't like the wooden toilet for some reason. I didn't like the way it looked in here with all the wooden furniture. I probably should have because I wanted it to look a bit more run down. But for some reason, this bathroom, I just wanted to have like that old timey because I figured originally this house wasn't that gross. So they probably really did have actual plumbing in this house. It just the house kind of fell apart around it. So I figured it was alright to use regular plumbing in this house because like it was there. Like this house didn't always look like this, So that's why I kind of used the regular plumbing and I didn't use all that old like rundown wooden like gross ones. But I did make the bathroom gross. I did add a bunch of like these things on the wall, like the grime and the mold splatters, and I did kind of make it gross and add cracks and spider webs, and I stuck with that because I figured that kind of added. And like I used that flooring from the werewolves pack that has all those cracks in it and stuff. I did use that, so that kind of adds to like the rundown look. So I figured it kind of balanced out the normal plumbing in here, like the normal looking toilet and sink and tub and all that, with all the grossness on the walls and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I think it looks alright. I think it's okay. It kind of still goes with the theme, and you get the idea. You get the idea of that. It's still run down. It's still gross. She just kind of still has normal plumbing. And I didn't know what to put on this wall, so I did like this from the laundry stuff pack with like the iron board and stuff. And then here you'll see in a little bit, I'm going to add right here, I'm going to add a clothesline with the little thing because I figured maybe she washes her own clothes out here and it kind of went with on theme. But yeah, this is really it for the build. So if you guys like it, please like and subscribe. Oh yeah, here I'm just working on the backyard. You'll see me throw a couple tables and stuff out here. But yeah, if you guys like it, please like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.